Japan is home to one of the largest populations of adults who remain active and independent well beyond the age of 50. This has drawn the attention of health researchers and aging specialists around the world. What are they doing differently? The answer is not extreme exercise, expensive equipment, or long hours in the gym. In fact, many older adults in Japan rely on simple daily movements that are often overlooked or dismissed as too basic to be effective. These movements support balance mobility, joint comfort, and mental clarity over time. This is not about genetics or copying a lifestyle blindly. It is about understanding practical habits that fit naturally into everyday life. After 50, the goal is no longer to push the body harder, but to move in ways that protect function and preserve independence for as long as possible. Many people assume that aging well requires intense routines or constant effort. The reality looks very different. In communities where older adults remain mobile and confident, movement is woven quietly into daily life. There is no pressure to perform and no obsession with results. These movements are slow, intentional, and repeated consistently over time. They may look simple, but they serve a clear purpose. They keep the joints active, the muscles responsive, and the nervous system engaged. More importantly, they reduce fear around movement. After 50, hesitation often does more harm than weakness. When the body moves regularly in gentle ways, it stays familiar and reliable. This approach does not promise miracles. It supports function. It helps people stay capable of standing, walking, and adapting to their environment without stress. Longevity is not built through intensity. It is built through habits that the body can sustain every day. For many adults over 50, the real challenge is not knowing what to do. It is knowing what actually matters. Fitness culture often promotes complexity, speed, and strain, even when the body no longer responds well to those signals. The approach used by many Japanese elders is different. It prioritizes movement quality over volume and consistency over intensity. These daily movements are not performed to burn calories or chase numbers. They are done to maintain coordination, joint range, and confidence in the body. Over time, this creates resilience. Small movements repeated every day help preserve strength without overwhelming the system. This method respects how the body changes with age, instead of fighting it. In this video, we will explore several of these movements and explain why they support long-term mobility and independence. The goal is not to do more. It is to move with purpose in ways the body can sustain for years. After the age of 50, the focus of movement naturally shifts. It is no longer about building an impressive physique or pushing personal limits. It becomes about staying capable in daily life. The ability to stand up easily, walk with confidence, and adjust to uneven ground matters more than speed or strength alone. When these abilities decline, independence slowly fades. Many older adults in Japan address this by practicing movements that support balance, coordination, and joint comfort every day. These movements are not treated as workouts. They are treated as maintenance. By reinforcing basic patterns like standing, stepping, and shifting weight, the body stays familiar with its own abilities. This reduces hesitation and builds trust in movement. Aging does not require giving up control. With the right habits, it is possible to remain steady, capable, and self-reliant for many years. As we move forward, it is important to understand that these movements are not presented as cures or guarantees. They are practical habits that support the body as it ages. Each one is simple, repeatable, and grounded in everyday function. Rather than focusing on isolated muscles, they reinforce how the body works as a whole. Standing, stepping, bending, and stabilizing are actions we rely on every day. When these patterns are practiced regularly, the body maintains familiarity with them. This reduces stiffness and improves confidence in movement. In the following sections, we will look at several movements commonly practiced by older adults in Japan. Each one serves a specific purpose related to balance, mobility, or coordination. You do not need to master them all at once. Even one movement practiced consistently can make a meaningful difference over time. The goal is steady capability, not perfection. The first movement may seem almost too ordinary to matter. Walking, but not rushed walking or distracted steps. This is slow, intentional walking that keeps the body upright and the mind present. Many older adults in Japan treat walking as a daily practice rather than a form of exercise. Each step is taken with awareness of posture, balance, and breathing. This helps reinforce coordination between the legs, hips, and spine. Slow walking places gentle demand on the joints while encouraging steady circulation and nervous system engagement. It also reduces the fear of movement that often develops after minor stumbles or discomfort. Over time, this practice helps maintain confidence during daily activities like crossing streets or navigating uneven surfaces. The goal is not distance or speed. It is stability and control. When walking becomes mindful, it supports mobility without strain and keeps movement feeling safe and reliable. Another common practice is a short sequence of gentle full-body movements, often done in the morning. These movements are not designed to exhaust the body. They are meant to wake it up. Arms swing, the spine moves through a comfortable range, and the joints are guided through natural patterns. This helps reduce stiffness that builds up overnight and prepares the body for the day ahead. Many older adults treat this routine as a form of maintenance rather than exercise. By moving all major joints each day, the body stays familiar with motion and less resistant to change. This approach supports coordination and comfort without strain. There is no rush and no pressure to perform. The purpose is consistency. When the body is reminded daily how to move smoothly, it responds with greater ease and reliability throughout the day. Another movement focuses on maintaining strength and comfort in the hips and lower body. In many cultures, older adults gradually avoid deep bending or lowering the body because it feels difficult or unfamiliar. In Japan, the opposite often happens. People continue practicing low positions in a controlled and relaxed way. This may involve resting in a deep bend or lowering toward the floor with support. The purpose is not to force flexibility, but to preserve the ability to move through daily positions safely. The hips and knees are essential for standing up, sitting down, and maintaining balance. When these joints stop moving through their natural range, stiffness increases and confidence declines. Practicing gentle lowering movements keeps the body adaptable. Over time, this supports independence and reduces the fear associated with getting down or back up. Movement remains functional rather than restricted. Balance training becomes increasingly important with age, yet it is often overlooked. One simple practice, commonly used by older adults in Japan, is standing on one leg for short periods of time. This movement challenges the body to stabilize itself using small muscles and neural responses that are rarely activated during regular walking. When practiced safely, it helps maintain coordination between the feet, ankles, hips, and core. Balance is not just physical. It is neurological. The body must constantly sense and correct its position in space. Practicing single-leg standing keeps this system active. Over time, this can improve confidence during daily tasks such as turning, stepping off curbs, or reaching for objects. The key is patience and safety. Support can be used if needed. The goal is awareness, not strain. Even brief daily practice can help preserve stability and reduce hesitation in movement. Another important habit involves spending time closer to the floor and practicing controlled transitions up and down. In many modern lifestyles, chairs replace this movement entirely. Over time, the ability to sit on the floor and stand back up is lost. In Japan, older adults often maintain this skill because it supports full-body coordination and strength. Moving to and from the floor requires the legs, hips, core, and balance systems to work together. It also challenges flexibility and joint control in a practical way. This is not done quickly or without support. Hands, furniture, or nearby surfaces can be used as needed. The value lies in preserving the pattern, not forcing independence immediately. Maintaining this ability helps with daily tasks and reduces fear of being unable to get up after a fall. It reinforces confidence and keeps movement adaptable rather than fragile. Another simple movement focuses on gentle rotation through the upper body. This often involves twisting motions using the arms, shoulders, and torso together in a controlled way. Rotation is essential for daily activities like reaching, turning, and maintaining posture while walking. As people age, rotational movement is often reduced out of caution or discomfort. When this happens, stiffness increases and coordination declines. Practicing light rotational movements helps keep the spine mobile and the upper body responsive without forcing range of motion. The goal is smooth and relaxed movement, not intensity. By rotating the body regularly, the muscles and connective tissues stay adaptable and balanced. This also supports coordination between the upper and lower body, which is important for overall stability. When rotation is maintained, everyday movements feel more fluid and less restricted, supporting comfort and confidence throughout the day. Another important aspect of these daily movements is how they support mental clarity and calm. Movement is not only mechanical, it sends signals to the nervous system. When the body moves slowly and with control, the nervous system receives information that it is safe and stable. This helps reduce unnecessary tension and overreaction to stress. Many older adults notice that gentle, familiar movements improve focus and mood throughout the day. This is not about forcing relaxation. It is about creating a steady rhythm the body can rely on. Simple movements practiced regularly help maintain awareness of posture, breathing, and balance. Over time, this builds a stronger connection between the body and the mind. For adults over 50, this connection is essential. When movement feels controlled and predictable, confidence increases and anxiety around physical activity decreases. The result is not just better mobility, but a calmer and more resilient daily experience. These movements share one important quality. They are designed to work with the body rather than against it. None of them require force, speed, or exhaustion. Instead, they reinforce patterns the body already uses every day. This is why they remain effective over time. When movements feel familiar and manageable, the body is more willing to repeat them. Consistency becomes natural instead of forced. For adults over 50, this matters more than intensity. Strength, balance, and coordination are preserved through regular use, not occasional effort. By practicing movements that feel safe and purposeful, people maintain confidence in their physical abilities. This reduces hesitation and supports independence in daily life. The goal is not to train harder. It is to move often with awareness and respect for how the body changes. When movement supports function, it becomes a sustainable part of aging well. Simplicity is the reason these movements are practiced for decades rather than weeks. There is no barrier to starting and no excuse to stop. They do not require special clothing, equipment, or a specific location. They fit naturally into daily routines at home, outdoors, or during quiet moments of the day. This makes them sustainable, which is the most important factor after 50. Health does not improve through occasional effort. It improves through habits that can be repeated consistently without stress. When movement feels manageable, it becomes part of life instead of a task on a schedule. These simple practices support strength and mobility without overwhelming the body. Over time, small daily actions accumulate into noticeable improvements in balance, comfort, and confidence. This approach respects the reality of aging while still encouraging progress. Consistency, not intensity, is what allows the body to remain capable and resilient. When approaching these movements, it is important to focus on how they feel rather than how they look. There is no correct performance to chase and no standard to compare yourself against. Each body is different, especially after 50. What matters is practicing within a comfortable range and allowing progress to happen gradually. Movements should feel controlled, stable, and repeatable. Discomfort is a signal to slow down, not to push through. By paying attention to posture, breathing, and balance, the body learns to move more efficiently. This mindful approach reduces the risk of strain and encourages long-term consistency. Over time, small improvements in control and comfort add up. The body becomes more predictable and trustworthy. This creates confidence in daily movement and supports independence. Aging well is not about forcing change. It is about allowing the body to adapt safely through steady and respectful practice. Before trying any new movement, routine safety should always come first. While these daily practices are generally gentle, they may not be appropriate for everyone. Individuals with recent injuries, surgeries, or ongoing medical conditions should take extra care and seek guidance from a healthcare professional. Pain, dizziness, or sharp discomfort are signs to stop and reassess. Movement should support health, not create new problems. The purpose of these practices is to maintain function, not to push limits. Using support such as a chair wall or stable surface is encouraged when needed. There is no benefit in rushing or forcing progress. Respecting the body's signals is especially important after 50. When movement is approached with awareness and caution, it becomes a tool for protection and longevity. Safe practice allows consistency, and consistency is what ultimately supports long-term strength, balance, and independence. Aging does not mean losing control of your body or your future. It means choosing habits that support you where you are today. The movements we discussed are not promises of perfect health. They are practical tools that help you stay capable, steady, and confident over time. Small actions done daily can preserve mobility, balance, and independence far more effectively than occasional intense effort. Start with one movement that feels comfortable and make it part of your routine. Progress does not need to be dramatic to be meaningful. What matters is consistency and awareness. If this video helped you see movement in a new way, take a moment to apply what you learned today. Share your experience in the comments so others can benefit as well. And if you want more clear and trustworthy guidance on aging, well, subscribe to this channel. More valuable lessons are coming.